I don't know, folks. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Anyways, we're going to just keep going. Or this is perhaps a whole new stream. I don't know what's going on. So I'm just going to wait a moment and see if somehow, some way, I don't know if people play around in the background, like those guys that come into these videos, like Saku Saku and stuff yesterday. I'm not sure if they get in. I wonder if that's how my Wisdom of the Heart Facebook space was hijacked. Is somebody doing some stuff behind the scenes? I don't have enough. I don't even have enough interest in the this side of things. Honestly, I could use some help with that. Um, so, anyways, I'm not sure. We're gonna just go back over it again. I'm not sure where the last stream went. Anyways, my name's lisalyle. This is my channel on YouTube. Welcome to Leo season. Leo season is encouraging us to speak our truth, and what remains is the best of us. I wrote, speak your truth, what remains is the best of you. On the 24th, which is Thursday, 2 days from now, so today's the 22nd, the sun has moved into Leo, hence the gold today. And it's about us stepping into our path of purpose, divine royalty. The new moon in Leo again is on Thursday, and it's really encouraging us to come out. Our last new moon was square. Our new moon in Cancer was square Saturn and Neptune, and now this new moon in Leo is trine. Hey, Christine. Yeah, nice. Thank you for showing back up. Divine royalties in the house, as we all are. So this new moon in Leo on Thursday is really asking us to step in to our power. We've done a lot of the inner work, and this is the most sacred hour, is what I just heard. Hey, Kiva, welcome, sis. We must not forget at this time, we still have Jupiter in Cancer, so I want to congratulate you all for getting through Cancer season. Cancer season was intense. And if you've been doing the inner work, as I know you all have been doing, otherwise you wouldn't be here. If you've been doing the inner work, and as you've been doing the inner work, you've been releasing and creating space and perhaps cutting away emotional baggage, the draggage, the stuff that holds you back from truly embracing yourself, your heart. Mars in Virgo is exactly that. Remember, the message for Mars in Virgo was soul on fire, honoring our heart's desires. Mars is about cutting the emotional baggage. Virgo's the sacred microscope. You know, we're moving away from the anal lies that judge and criticize and da 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 da. Regardless of whether we're projecting it outwards, or if we're projecting it outwards, we're doing it inside as well. So let's get to a point where we're playing more nice and using critical thinking, innate knowing, innate wisdom to guide our lives. Virgo's also about purification, right? She's the divine feminine essence of the zodiac. And, you know, it's about the divine mother, Mother Earth, mutable, being flexible, going where the wind blows, living life on life's terms, yet in our unique way that honors the soul that we are, because we're here on an evolutionary spiral for our eternal soul. This human is temporary. It's the temporary home of an eternal soul. So it's kind of important what we do here. And it's kind of important. A lot of us spiritually minded folk, particularly because we've experienced so much trauma, wounds, and wounding in this lifetime, many of us become overly critical of ourselves, and we analyze everything, and we really prevent ourselves from moving forward. And it's time for us to move forward. Some of our isolation and the isolation, self-imposed isolation, some of that is protective energy. We're protecting ourselves because we we don't want to experience pain again. And yet, sweet Jane, sweet Joe, that's life as the human flows. Pain is a part of the experience. Authenticity is rare, though. Authenticity is rare, right? So for all of you spiritual warriors, you healers, you mentors, you earth angels, for all of you that have been hiding and playing in the fringe, or standing on the sidelines like the wallflower, right? It's time to get out and let yourself be seen. And not because it's like, that, hey, look at me energy. It's because you were meant to be seen. This message came through before we started today, and it supported a lot of the channeled messages that came through, or words and stuff. Growth takes place in the gracious space of the unknown. Welcome home, sweet child divine. Divine alignment. And I keep hearing every time I read divine alignment, it's time. Be proud, sacred ground. This is the crowning season. This is the story, your glory story. And our ability to love ourselves through all the seasons is, the hero's journey. And so maybe we see ourselves as a superhero. We are superheroes of the heart, the marvelous, magnificent. I'm feeling like the lion, I'm seeing the cowardly lion from the Wizard of Oz. And yet I'm feeling like that cowardly lion coming online and being proud of all that you have overcome, being proud of your heart. Virgo, we've got the south node of the moon in Virgo. And so this is an initiation time. We are initiates of what is sacred. We are the sacred initiates, and we are here for service. The artists, the mystics, thank you. I feel like a lioness today. Leo, I have a Leo moon. So this is, the moon is about what we hide from the world, right? The moon is our shadow, with the parts of ourselves that we don't want to show to the world. Why? Because we're afraid that we're powerful? Because we're afraid that we're here to exceed what we felt was our potentiality in this life? Because we're here perhaps as a spiritual authority, as a spiritual guide, a midwife to our very best life? It's time. It's really time. With Mars and Virgo, this is about merging and integration of our emotional, mental, spiritual, and etheric bodies. So we're all of that, right? We're the emotional, the mental, the etherical, and the etheric and the spiritual body. And the question that came through is, am I fulfilled? I'm not making it up. Am I fulfilled? Only you can answer that. That's the question. That's the question. Am I fulfilled? And if you are, marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. You are marvelous. And if you're not, why not? Because who's going to fulfill you if you can't fulfill yourself? If you can't self-regulate, if you can't stand in emotional stability, if you can't stand courageously by yourself at times, who's going to help you do that? It's the inner fire. It's the soul on fire. It's the heart's desire that calls us forward. This is a time of manifesting our dreams. So, and yet, as we manifest our dreams, we may feel as if we're hitting walls, and that's not true. We are breaking down barriers from within you, from within the experience of being human, divinely human. We are the ones that break down the barriers. We are the ones that peel back the layers. We are the ones that gain in courage, or muster the courage to show ourselves more, to remain hopeful, helping ourselves, helping our purpose evolve. every day. We are the wave of consciousness that is hitting this planetary realm, that is lighting up this planetary realm. And this feels like a season for sacred union and reunion. And the homecoming always begins with coming home to our own heart. Mercury is retrograde now. And the message here is reflect, not project. And we've all done both. Many people don't spend a lot of time in reflection because they're too busy projecting their own insecurities, their own, it goes back to the child, right? The self-worth. It's the way we feel about within. And it's like, I'm just seeing that visual now. I wonder if any of you have seen it. It's a meme, and it's just a house cat. But the house cat's looking in one of these beautiful old mirrors that stand on the ground. And in the mirror, the house cat sees a lion. How do you see yourself? You're amazing, powerful. And so let us stop our projection onto others. Most of us have enough emotional trauma and baggage that we've carried. And for those of us who are now, cutting the emotional baggage, the stuff that's dragging us, that's not supporting the fulfillment, as we release and cut that energy, we create space for the dream to unfold. And Mercury is going to be retro until August the 12th in Leo. And I said, reflect, not project, and then wrote an arrow down. Reflect sacredness. Live your bliss. Rejoice in the moments. Rejoice in the peace. Rejoice in the simplicity of being divinely human. And that's like, it's when we step into the knowing and the awareness and the acceptance that we are children of light, then we can take flight. I was guided to write, no escape from ourselves, no escape from our soul. And we can go through a whole life, especially those of us spiritually minded, right? Do we want to go through our whole life, or spiritually hearted, spiritually aware, let's say? Do we want to go through our whole life having all this knowledge, this wisdom, this inner knowing, and not to have the experience, just to live with the awareness and the inner knowing? Yet we have all this wisdom and awareness and inner knowing, and we're so spiritual. How could we not be? And yet we're not really living as if. We're not taking the chances that God, universe, source, our higher self has orchestrated for us to experience the fullness of being human. And we are here to experience the fullness of being human. So there is no escape from ourself. And at this time, it feels like there's a big surge of love, which is really bringing forth the abundance of life. And that, I wrote, is the Jupiter effect, and Jupiter's going to be over there. It's going to be in Cancer for the remainder of this year and into Cancer season next year. And so with the Jupiter effect, it's about faith, hope, trust, and love. We're here to share our uniqueness. We're here to share our gifts, skills, and abilities. And we have to believe in our gifts, skills, and abilities. We have to believe in ourselves in order to share ourselves. We have to give in order to receive. It's about reciprocity. We pour and others pour into us. Otherwise the scale. Do you guys ever remember that little bird? I don't know what it was called. It sat on the top of a cup or whatever, and you could tip it over and it had some, I don't know, was it a weather vane or something? Anyways, it's like we don't want to become unbalanced, right? If, say, we had two buckets across our shoulder on a big piece of driftwood, and we're carrying these buckets, and one bucket has more water in it than the other bucket, then it's going to be like this imbalance. And the one side is going to feel like it's carrying the weight. And sometimes we do that in reciprocal relationship and connections, friendships, whatever. Um, and yet we don't always want to be in a position where it's imbalanced. We are the ones to restore balance through the fulcrum of our spine, right? And if we extend our arms out, we're the scales. The arms are the scales. And so it's about us finding alignment from within. We also have the sun square Chiron, or we did last week, and we had the moon in Aries last week. And so there was a potentiality for us to move from disorder to order. Disorder is not divine. Divine is an understanding of timing, of and timing's not like us humans here. We have watches, like I have to go punch the clock at work in the next couple hours. Timing is about God, creator, loving source, our higher selves, our angels, our spiritual essence, orchestrating events and moments in this lifetime in order for us to shine. And sometimes we have to go through the grit to get to the glory of the story. And sometimes the grit is what we tolerate and allow into our experience. And then it's up to us to polish our shine, to clear and release the grit, the grime and grit. What is lost was truly never meant for us. So if we feel that we've lost something, you're still here, your heart's still beating, you're still breathing, you're still beautiful. And what have you lost? Draggage? Baggage? Beyond, so I wrote, and this was written a while back, and then I'm going to get right into what came through today, because today is really powerful messages coming in. So this other stuff that I'm sharing here came through last week, because obviously we had the moon in Aries last week. We're now up to almost the moon in Leo. So what is lost was never truly meant for you. Beyond the gift of healing, the release brings to the heart. So if we perceive that something's lost, or if we perceive that we're lost, I guess what's being said, it's up to us to release that untrue thought, if you will, so that love can sing and sacred bells ring in our life. And I'm just hearing, like, I don't have a bell close to me. Oh, they're in the other room. I'm hearing that ding, 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 the little Tinkerbell, like to turn the page. Leo season is the turn the page. So today, after this message came through, growth takes place in the gracious space of the unknown. Welcome home, sweet child divine. Divine alignment. I keep hearing it's time. Be proud, sacred ground. This is like the crowning season, divine royalty stepping in, or, stepping into your role, the role of a lifetime, which is your authentic shine in the world, right? We don't have to explain ourselves. We don't even have to understand. We just have to be willing participants in the unfolding, because this is our glory story. And our glory stories are always about our ability to love ourselves so that we can reestablish our abundant birthright in this life, reestablish connections that are meant for us in this life. So after this message came through, then these messages all came through, and it started here with energetic, balanced exchange. And then this little divine feminine spiral came in. And then what came in is incoming, loving, caring, giving, receiving, sacred dreaming, soul seeding. Then what came is this little heart here, and then the spiral, sacred bliss, born for this, remembrance, lucky chance, or happy circumstance, sacred union. And then it went up here to become, sorry, I can't, this backwards thing. Then it came up here and blooming newness, holiness, and then wholeness, and then three hearts here. So the unification of the Trinity within the divine feminine, the masculine, and the child, working in unison. And then this came in intersection beyond mental projection, love lives. And then this one, funnels of love, overflowing cups, pour, receive, repeat. And then, so, 2112 there, of course. And then I saw 555, 2121 there. The world is ours. And it's time to harness our power courageously this very hour and live it. So then the number 555 came in. So the message that came with 555 today, and normally the number 555 is like massive changes, or traditionally that's the message of 555. Massive changes are rumbling through our lives. And today when I was, and the colors were all specific as well, which I was to use. When 555 came today, it was written in pink, all about our heart. And the message came through, born to thrive, grateful for the opportunities of the human in this life. Human, H-U-E. And then in green, high heart energy. So we've got healing heart and now high heart coming in. Rise, divine souls, rise. This is your life. You are the light and you are the gift. It's time for true bliss. Heaven on earth it is. And I just heard a conductor's next stop, heaven on earth. And then underneath that, silly, some little happy faces, boys and girls with hearts in the center to become one. We are the ones. Fun, fun, fun. Love one. Love wins all the time, again and again and again. So I trust that something here has resonated with you today and inspired you to do life your way, on your terms. We're going to pull a couple of healing energy cards just to close this out. And then I'm going to go see if there's another live out there somewhere. I found this today. It's definitely 100% a piece of rose quartz. It's not mine. I know who I'm meant to pass this beauty on to. And I can't believe I found it in my neighborhood. Seriously, like a piece of raw rose quartz, random. And I saw it because it was really random, sitting on the sidewalk. And there was none of these, you know, how people have those white stones by their driveway. I wasn't near a driveway. I'm in a high density living area. There's none of these fancy stones around here. So it really caught my eye, and it's just beautiful. And as I connect with it now, it's like the rawness of life, right? We've all been rubbed raw, and we've all picked at our wounds. We've all picked at our wounds instead of allowing our heart to be the soothing balm to the wounds. So 2444 there. So let's get a couple of healing energy cards. And these are from the magical, mystical, divine goddess, Leanne Peters of of Balance. Dear, dear sister of my heart. Incredibly talented and gifted. If you don't know her, please do check her out. She's here on YouTube. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. She's everywhere. And her website is simply templeofbalance.au.com, maybe. I don't know. Go check her out. Temple of Balance. You'll find her. So let us get a couple of cards. Maybe. Oh, how beautiful. This is so beautiful. And this is from the second installment of this deck. And I love that it's this new energy because this is the original. And, I've had the original for years and years. And then when Leanne created the healing energy cards too, of course, I got the second deck, which is a continuation, really. And so they're combined here. And now we're into the newness. We're no longer the rat in the cage. We're not stuck. Get yourself out of the muck. Who else is going to do it? And if someone's trying to help you, sometimes you fall back more and more and more, and then maybe the friend falls in. It's time to do it for ourselves. And as I'm seeing this little rat here, I'm also seeing the mossy field. Like this down here is reminding me of the intricate connection that we share with the earth and the how when we lay, I keep seeing moss. I really got to find some moss these days and lay on it soon. Soon I'm going to find some moss. But feeling the softness of the earth and the softness of our interconnection with all beings, with all things. So this is a number 14, and 14 is the death card, right? Have I got that right today? Anyways, correct me if I don't. 14, which is 5, again, that 555 energy. Change may be uncomfortable, but change may be uncomfortable, yet it is in our willingness to change that we evolve. It's in our willingness to change that we grow, because growth takes place in the space unknown. It's like the pause between the breath, before the next inhale or before the exhale. Unwanted situation, trapped, stuck, stagnant, resistant, being held back, move forward, help yourself, lifeline, optimistic, hopeful, healing. This is 14 though, isn't it? 8 plus 6 is 14. So I think it's the temperance again, with the archangel energy, right? Temperance, some say it's Archangel Michael, others Archangel Gabriel. Either way, protection and communication. The trumpet has sounded. The swords have risen. We're the swords. Our spine is the sword. They're saying the bottom one. Yes, and balance, right? Justice, balance, creation. We are here to co-create. This is from the original deck, number 33. The unified trinity within. Those 3 hearts in today's channeled messages, right? That came in, the 3 hearts, the pink, the blue, and then the green in the center. Where was that? Oh, and up at the top, the wowza there. Wowza, what did I write there? Wowza. And then inside the heart, the word merging, and outside of the heart, the word encouraging. But yeah, these 3 little hearts down here by my thumb, pink and green, the healing heart, the high heart, and the truth of the child within, the truth of who we are, children of the heart, here to create our art, here to experience the entirety of the human experience, the emotionals, rises and falls, the joy and pain, the intimate connection with others, the hugs, the love. We are here to co-create from this space of loving ourselves enough to be seen in the world as we are. A beautiful child of the heart. The word art is in heart. Her art, he art, right? Creative energy and ideas are around you. A window of opportunity exists. Welcome it into your life. Ignite your confidence to move to the next level. That's Leo season. Are we that cowardly lion? Maybe. Yeah, as light as a feather. I've often used that as a profile picture or cover picture on Facebook is the scales with the feathers in the scale, right? Weighing our heart against a feather. Are we in the lightness of our being? Are we proud of ourselves for all of the growth that we've done in the unknown spaces, the growth that we've done that, others don't know about? Receive assistance, give and receive. You are a blessing just by simply being. 57, 7 plus 5 is 12, which is the hanged man energy. And it's like the hanged man put himself in the tree, and it's the hanged man that's got to take himself out of the tree, right? Are we recycling, like recycling the idea of, are we recycling lack of self-worth in the here and now? I'm stamping my little foot, my right foot, clearing some energy. Are we recycling thoughts and feelings and situations and memories and stuff that no longer serve our greatest and highest good? We're over the lesson. We're over the hump. Go on, take a shot, go for it. Allow your heart to be seen. Allow yourself to come out and play. Assistance may come in the form of a solution. Soul, S-O-U-L, solution. You're the solution. I'm the solution. We are the solution. And, there's a lot of, as the solution, we experience a lot of energetic pollution, which we are responsible for clearing, however we do that, whether it's with crystals, stones, prayer, meditation, sacred practices. Okay, they said take those. Where was the other one? There it is. Okay, so we've got 4 cards, and then we're going to wrap it up here. Oh my God. So I'm going to show you, read the words here. The turning point, the cleanup. This is where it starts. This was the first one out. Oh, the boobs, sorry. Boobs, not good. 16. Tower energy, 16, the tower. And when the tower falls, what are we left with? What is left after the tower falls? Our beating hearts, right? Yeah. And this Mercury retrograde feels like a reunion of sorts, a reconnection. And that's funny because the word on the card is recenter. Because so we're here to break the spell. We're here to break the spell that humanity is under, the illusion that there's someone out there that's going to rescue us, someone out there that's going to come and save us, whether it's a government. They're not saving you. They don't care about you. Sorry to, be the bearer of bad news. They could care less about me and you. And so we're here to break the spell of that. And this is a 73, which comes to that 10 energy, Wheel of Fortune. This is the year of the cleanup. And we're moving into the Gregorian. We're halfway through the cleanup year. And we're moving into the year of fulfillment, really. The wheel turns in our favor. And we've got to clean up. And the double 8s there, abundant. We are the abundant floodgate. We are the abundance of the experience in the here and now. And then the turning point is, well, that's a number, it comes to 13, which is the turning point is the ego death, the reset, which brings us back to the creative womb space, which brings us back to the divinity of it all. We're the fertile ground from which dreams grow. Growth takes place in the unknown, in the space of the gracious unknown. Beautiful souls, welcome home. With that being said, I'm going to say I see you, I feel you, I love you. Have a great, fantastic Leo season. Thank you so much for being here today. If you're catching this on the replay, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Let's support the thrive of one and all for one for all. Truly, truly, truly. This is about soul fulfillment, and we are there. I see you. I feel you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies, thanks for joining the live. Kiva, Christine, Dawn, thank you so much for being here during the live. Thank you for your continued love and support. You truly are vessels that continue to support the overflow of my cup. I love you. Take care.